Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my 120K APOC 2 run in Semrah. It is not super clean, not super consistent. I'm hoping that we can get it in the first couple tries. I probably won't show a bunch of failed attempts or anything, so I'll probably just try to capture the successful attempt. This video is not meant to be like a 120K super in-depth guide or anything like that, but I will spend a couple minutes at the beginning talking about the team comp, and then at the end, I'll spend a couple minutes going through the gear. But again, not really meant to be a guide as much as it is to just kind of show you my run. I will try to provide some commentary throughout, but it really depends on how difficult this is and how focused I have to be. If you guys saw the community post, I did post that I hit 120K last week. Finally, Ferssi was the GOAT to helping me get there. But that said, I've run it like 4 or 5 times today, and it's not as easy as I thought it would be. It's definitely tight. There's definitely some like RNG involved, I feel like, on the slams and whether I can survive, especially towards the end. So I'm hoping that we can get it. And of course, if you do end up liking this video, please click the like button. If you enjoy hanging out with me, please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. But with all that said, let's get into it. Alright guys, so as I mentioned and as you probably saw in my community post, 120,426 is my new record for APOC 2. I'm super pumped that I got to 120K. To be quite honest, I did not expect to get this milestone so quickly. I thought it was going to take a lot longer to get top chest in APOC 2, but there are a couple reasons why I was able to progress so quickly. So I'll show you the team and we'll talk about those right now. So the first thing you'll probably notice on this team is I have A5 Ingrid, which is bonkers. I pulled 1 Ingrid. That's how many soul stones I had. I've gotten super lucky with soul stones from Guild Boss 1 rewards. So plus you get one from the Odyssey quest. I dumped almost all of my soul stones that I've ever gotten into Ingrid. I have no regrets at all. She's unbelievable, not only for Semrah, but for so much content. She's killing it for me in Arena, obviously. You guys already know, probably she has taken over Arena completely. But other than just pointing out the obvious that A5 Ingrid does crazy work, just to kind of walk you through my progression. So before Ingrid, I was at like 40K on APOC 2. After Ingrid, I got all the way up to 80K, not only because of Ingrid, but also because of Ingrid's buffs to Lucius and Alistair. Additionally, I think I figured out how to actually build and use Lucius a little bit better after I started using him, so that of course helped. And then once I got Ferssi this past weekend, I jumped from like 80 to 100, 110K, and once I was hitting 100, 110K, I was like, I know I can get to 120K. It's just going to take a little bit of tender love and care to get there. And so I spent a lot of time, and I think I have a strategy to get to 120K with this comp. So just to quickly, before we dive into it, go into everyone's role. First, we have Ingrid, by far the highest DPS in this team. She is God tier for Semrah. Lucius, he's amazing for DPS. He's typically my second highest DPS unit in this team, but he's also amazing for the second phase for the cleanse. And he'll be even better after the update once they change the way Semrah works. If you are not familiar with what I'm talking about, they are going to change Semrah to essentially be what we thought it would be in the beginning, where when Lucius takes buffs off, those buffs don't come back during the next phase. So Lucius will only get better from here. Then I have Alistair, again, another DPS. And then on top of his just really good DPS, he also has damage reduction. So that is really nice. Volka also has damage reduction. And so a lot of people say you shouldn't run Volka and Alistair in the same team. The reason I am running Volka and Alistair in the same team is that I do not need Volka to hit 30K in APOC 1, and I need every bit of healing, passive, active, any healing I can get, I need. And so I'm running Volka because she provides a little bit of extra healing, and then honestly, she does pretty good DPS. She is keeping up with Lust from a DPS standpoint. I do not have the Arrogance bond for Lust, so I'm sure that is a big reason why Volka is able to keep up with Lust, but still, that is quite impressive for a unit like Volka. Next, we have Constance. Constance, of course, is amazing for inspiration. She's pretty tanky. She also provides some healing in between her ults, so yeah, just amazing unit all around. Then we have Ferssi. Ferssi is really the hero of today. If you saw my Should You Summon video, you know why everyone was going for Ferssi. The AoE damage reduction is key for high tier Semrah teams. And so, yeah, the amount of damage I was taking after adding Ferssi into the team was so noticeably less. Definitely worth the resources I spent to get Ferssi. And anyone out there that spent a lot on Ferssi, maybe you haven't used Ferssi yet, maybe you haven't skilled him up yet, I'm just going to tell you right now, he's worth it. He's so good for Semrah. I'm very impressed after trying him out. Next, we have Torodor. Torodor is really meant to be the tank, to tank those rock hits, as well as being a Nightmare Lord, Lego Nightmare Lord, to buff Volka and Lust. He also has some stuns, and that does help a little bit with the stun phase. And then if you look at his talent, each attack inflicts defense reduction. So that is pretty helpful for Semrah as well. So Torodor kind of provides a decent amount for this fight. Volka, already mentioned, she has damage reduction, and then she's kind of a DPS unit in this comp as well. And then she also provides that passive healing for everyone on every attack. Elowyn, God tier healer, global rage regen, and a cleanser. That's why I'm using her. Should be pretty self-explanatory. Helga, her main role is actually to stun. So I did max skill her, but just to kind of show you, let me find it. Yeah, so during the ultimate, every 8 times of damage dealt to the same target inflicts stun and 120% damage. So I'm using her instead of Nazim. Her and Torodor together are fine. They take care of the stun phase. I built her with a ridiculous amount of attack. I'll kind of go through the gear a little bit more in depth at the end, but yeah, I built her ridiculously fast, and her main goal is to just stun. She does a little bit of DPS, but it's nothing crazy. She's not like one of the top DPS of this team. So anyways, that's the team. Let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can do it. All right, I am gonna auto the beginning because I don't wanna do these placements manually. Yeah, I'm lazy, I'm sorry guys. I will pause it to show you the placements, but yeah. So, 1 second, let me make sure I got this right. So I do have Constance, Ferssi, and Elowyn in an invigoration set. And so the way I place these guys, I mean, you can look throughout the fight to really figure out the placements, but I'm mainly giving Ingrid, Alistair, and Lucius invigoration. Those are the units that I'm really focused on giving invigoration to, since they're my highest DPS units. So I place them in an order where I can accomplish that. So, you know, I'll place Ingrid first, and then I'll place Elowyn, then I'll place Alistair, then I'll place Ferssi, then I'll place Lucius, then I'll place Constance in the middle, and then just place everyone else around them from there. All right. Oh, gotta pop Helga. And I've mentioned this on other Semrah videos, but in these early phases, what I like to do is I like to wait for his health to get lower before I pop ults, because I want to make sure that I'm doing the most damage during this vulnerable phase. I'm probably not going to worry about cleansing on this part, just because I don't really need it, to be honest. Like, I don't, in these first phases, I don't need the cleanse to survive, so I'm just gonna let him go into his demonic stance and do crazy DPS for this. Alright, I'm gonna pop ults now because I wanted to try to time Ingrid for her final burst when he went vulnerable, but that's completely fine. Alright, first poison came down. I'm gonna wait for the second poison to come down to cleanse, as I always do. Cleanse now. And then for the next poison phase, I do this for every poison phase. You'll notice when he does the next poison, I'll place my Wood Elf in the middle here to try to heal people, and then I'll pop Ferssi to try to increase that healing multiplier. I'm gonna go ahead and pop ults now. I am saving Helga and Torodor because the stun phase is coming up next. I want to make sure that I have both of their ults for that to get some stuns on. All right. Ooh, come on, Helga. Ingrid's going off right now. Unfortunately, he's not in his vulnerable phase. All right. Gonna pop Lucius. I've kind of realized that if I pop Lucius during this Earth Shatter phase, then he has his ult back by the time the second Aegis phase is going off. You'll see that right now in a second here. So now you can see the second Aegis mode is coming up, and I'll have Lucius back. So just to pause it really quick, the boss goes Aegis, Aegis, Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter does big damage, and so you want to cleanse with Lucius on that second Aegis mode part. But again, still, like, this is the second like cycle, so I'm not too concerned. And I'm probably just gonna let him go into his demonic stance here because yeah, again, I don't think that I necessarily need to cleanse. As you can see, he's getting melted right now, so there we go, getting some good DPS in. Okay, first poison down. I'm gonna wait for this second poison, and then I will cleanse with Elowyn like I always do. Boom, cleanse. Let's go. All right, poison came down, put the Wood Elf down, pop Ferssi, easy peasy. And now I have Elowyn back. Gonna cleanse, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop ults now because he is about to be vulnerable. And perfect, Lucius went into his demonic stance at the perfect time there. Love that. After this slam, I'm gonna pop Torodor now, and then pop Helga. Oh, I think I popped her a little bit too early, but it's okay, I think. I guess we'll see, right? Please don't kill me. Okay, that hit, but we're fine. We're completely fine. Helga, Torodor. I'm gonna go ahead and pop all these ults because Ingrid is in this phase where she's got all of her orbs and she's doing nasty damage, and so I want to make sure that I get the most out of her here. Oh yeah. All right, we're at 50k. Lucius is in this demonic stance. Okay, let's see how we do here. So first Aegis mode. This may line up. I hope it does. Ooh, I don't think this is gonna line up here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop him now just to be safe. But I don't think this is gonna, I don't think it's gonna line up for the next one. So we'll see. I hate when this happens, when he's like out of sync, I guess you could call it. And I have to try to figure out how to get him back on track. So I'm gonna slow this down really quick. Hopefully, no, I think he's gonna go into demonic stance again. It's gonna be close. All right, nope, we're good. Second Aegis mode. Pop ults here. All right, I'm gonna speed this up now. All right, now he's got 6, so he's gonna do a big slam here. I'm gonna pop Ferssi to try to survive. Should be fine. All right, I'm gonna let him go into demonic stance again because he's almost dead. There we go. Perfect timing. Beautiful. All right. Wait for the second poison. Then I'll cleanse with Elowyn. Cleanse. Beautiful. All right. Next poison comes down. Again, like every time. Wood Elf and Ferssi. So Wood Elf. And then Ferssi. We're cooking. We are cooking. Wood Elf. Ferssi. Alright. We're doing pretty good right now. But whenever I say that, I jinx myself and I start to throw. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I think I need to make it like 2 more cycles from here to get where I need to be at the 120K. So we'll see if we can do it. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Oh no, someone died. Oh my gosh. That's so annoying. Alright, I need to pop ults, because I need to kill him before he gets this slam off or I'm dead. That's so annoying. I really hope that doesn't mess my run up, but we will see. I think Lucius should time out pretty well from here. Let's see here. Yep, we're fine. Wait, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Dude, he went into his demonic stance like as I was clicking his ult. That's so unfortunate. That's really annoying. Thankfully, that shouldn't be as much of a problem soon, because he won't gain stacks as quickly, so that'll be... Dude, he went into his demonic stance literally instantly there. I had no time at all to do anything. That's like really annoying. And he does that sometimes where he just instantly, right when he gets his ult, he goes into that demonic stance, and I don't understand. Like right there, he was at 80. He was at 80%, and he instantly, as soon as he got to 100%, he went into his ult. I don't know. Does that happen to you guys sometimes? Like, there's nothing I can do about that. All right, so we're at 88. This is where it's gonna get tight, so I might get quiet here, just FYI. This phase right here is the hardest because I take really big damage here, and I feel like he starts wiping people in this phase. Even with Ferssi, I can't. Yeah, these slams here do so much damage, so hopefully we can make it through. That damage though. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's see now what we can do though. This is where I usually get wiped on this. Yep. This slam coming up here is where I almost always get wiped. So annoying. We're really close though. I think we still have a shot. Perfect, and it lined up. Let's go. Lined up with Lucius. That's what we like to see. All right, pop Lucius. Let's go. For the slam here. Okay, we survived. Okay, we're cooking right now. We're doing okay. I think we might have this actually. Oh, popping. That was close. Oh. Every slam, I'm like so scared right now. Dude, we have 30 seconds. I don't know, man. This is gonna be so freaking tight. Nah, we're not gonna get it. 116. Guys, 116, we're so effing close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run it back, but I'm gonna get back to like where I was at the 90 something K for the last, like this last phase, and see if we can not have our whole team wiped and see if that can make a difference. So yeah, let's run it back and see what we can do. Alright guys, so this time we did get it. The difference was, I don't know, maybe RNG. I think that I survived an additional slam in the last phase that allowed me to get to 120,087. Oh my gosh, that is hilariously close. So as you can see, it is by no means a guaranteed 120k run for me. Yeah, I think that after the update goes through that affects the Aegis mode, I'm pretty sure it'll be very easy for me to hit 120k. So this run might not be super relevant long term since Semrah will change, but yeah, if I can do 120k right now, then it's only going to get easier after the update. So I'm really pumped that I was able to get it. I hope that I don't know if this video was helpful for you guys. I really wanted to just make this because I'm proud of it, honestly. I'm proud of the score. I'm really happy that I was able to finally get to 120k, and so I just wanted to share the milestone with you guys, I guess. So I'm gonna save this, and then I'll show you guys the damage. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty nuts. Ingrid does 360 million damage, which is like completely absurd. Lucius almost at 300 million though. I don't want to say Lucius is underrated, but I feel like people sleep on Lucius when it comes to him as a DPS unit. Like, he rivals the best of them in DPS. He rivals Silas. I'm not even joking. He does insane damage, especially if you have a Lord to pair him with. Do not sleep on Lucius. Same with Alistair. He's bonkers. I do have him A1, and this is what I was talking about earlier with Volka. 133 million damage, Lust got 130. Volka does good damage, actually. Like, ever since that buff that she got a while ago, she's an insane unit in this game. Helga, not really doing much of any damage at all. But yeah, she's, as you can see, she's quite effective for that stun phase. Alright guys, so as promised, I did want to show the gear really quickly before I wrap the video up. So first and foremost is Ingrid, A5. She is my prized possession right now. For her gear, she does have really strong gear. She's got just shy of 300% crit damage, maxed crit rate, 404 attack speed, and then her attack is 26k. So she's got super high attack. But yeah, incredible. Tier Twilight maxed. Volka, here's her gear. So this is, again, a solid build for Volka. I got her in a Soulbound set. She's got almost 19k attack. She's got 344 attack speed, maxed crit rate, and then 343% crit damage. And then I'm running her exclusive artifact, Cruel Fate. I've actually pulled a couple copies of this, so I have it at 16, which is pretty cool. Lucius, I do have him A2. I have him in an Infernal Roar set. I've tried him in a Soulbound. He's one of the few examples of heroes where I saw a significant damage increase with Infernal Roar versus Soulbound. Typically, Soulbound is better on every hero, but there are certain heroes where I don't know why it is, but the interactions of those heroes just make Infernal Roar better, and I think that Lucius is one of those because, like I said, I saw a significant damage increase when I had him in Infernal Roar versus even like my best Soulbound sets. So for the stats on this, he's got 16.6k attack. He has 445 attack speed, maxed crit rate, 305 crit damage. A lot of people don't build him with a lot of attack speed because it can kind of throw off his rotation for the Aegis mode phase. I don't think that's going to be an issue after the update, but yeah, typically people don't want to build him with rage regen, don't want to build him with attack speed because that's honestly probably why what I mentioned earlier, when it seems like he instantly goes into demonic phase sometimes when he hits his ult, his attack speed is really high. So next we have Alistair. So Alistair, again, Infernal Roar set. He has 18k attack. Could be a bit higher. I'd like to get his attack to 20k, but I'm happy with 18k. 1.1 attack speed interval, so 414 attack speed, max crit rate, 345 crit damage, and then he's got some rage regen as well. For his artifact, he's got a tier Twilight, completely maxed. Next, we have Elowyn. She is in a level 19 Golden Scarab. For her gear, I have her in an Invigoration set. I have her with almost 30k HP, almost 20k attack. She has 387 attack speed, and then she's got 87% rage regen. I know that seems really high, but I think like what I have found is getting Elowyn between like 80 to 90% rage regen with high attack speed is a really nice sweet spot to ensure you're able to get your ult back every other poison phase, right? Because you're going to use her ult, and then you got to survive the next poison, and then you should have her ult back for the next poison. Like instantly when the next poison comes on, you should have her ult back, ideally, if your Elowyn's built correctly. Next, we have Helga. So I have Helga in an Infernal Roar set. It's not even a bad Infernal Roar set. Like, she's got good attack, but yeah, she just doesn't do that much damage. But you can see her attack speed. That's really what you're most concerned about here, is just giving her a ton of attack speed. So she's got over 600 attack speed with some rage regen to help her get back to her ult. Again, I'm not really using her as a DPS. She's my stunner, so this kind of works out well for her. I do have her max skilled. I think that it is important that you have her ult maxed, because as you can see, it gives her plus 3 seconds duration on her ult, and it makes the ult cheaper. So I do think you kind of need her ultimate maxed to be able to really use her as an effective stunner in a high-end team. So keep that in mind. For her artifact, I am running her exclusive at level 10. All right, so next we have Lust. I do have her in her exclusive artifact, and then for the gear, Soulbound Arcana set. Her attack is 14.5, attack speed 481, so very high attack speed, max crit rate, a little bit over 300% crit damage. Next we have Constance. I built her with as much attack as possible with some HP to help her with some tankiness, so she's got a little bit under 50k HP, could be a lot higher, but her attack is almost 17k, so pretty good attack, I would say, on her. 405 attack speed. She does also have some rage regen and a little bit of healing effect, but again, like, her healing is helpful, but I'm not using her specifically to heal, so you know, if I was, I might want to build this higher, but yeah, I like this build for her. I think she does really good. I also have her A2, but her awakenings aren't necessary. And then next we have the GOAT. This guy's my hero right now because of what he's allowed us to do in Semrah. So his attack could actually be higher. I put a little bit more HP on him, so 33k HP, 15k attack, still not bad though. 444 attack speed, really solid attack speed, as well as 40.5% rage regen. Again, main reason I'm using him is for the AoE damage reduction, and damn is it effective. The amount of damage you take with Ferssi in the squad is so noticeably less, like very, very essential for this comp. There's no way I would get even close to 120k without Ferssi. Like I said at the beginning, I was around like 80, 90k before Ferssi. So we're talking a 30k plus increase because of the AoE damage reduction that he brings. And then finally, we have our boy Torodor, Nightmare Lord to buff Volka and Lust, but also, like I mentioned earlier, he has some like defense reduction. He's got some stun in his kit as well. So he's got a couple other, you know, support utility kind of factors that he brings to the table. But for him, I'm running him in a Guardian set. I just stacked a lot of HP, so he's got almost he's got 107k HP. Not really too much for his build, just kind of as tanky as you can make him. And then for his artifact, I'm running a Bastion Ring. He's not really blocking a bunch of people in Semrah, obviously, so I don't know if this is the best artifact for him, but it worked. So if you don't agree, fight me. But anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it, you know, you found it helpful in some way. Like I said, this is not meant to be a guide. This is not a free-to-play team or anything like that. So Hopefully you didn't come into this video with that expectation. This is a 120K run that I wanted to show you guys because I am very proud that I have hit this milestone. If you did enjoy this video, please click the like button. It helps me out a ton. If you enjoy the content, enjoy hanging out with me, please subscribe. I appreciate all the support. But until next time, I'll see you guys.